কি অবস্থা ভাই, সবার কেমন আছেন? দয়া করে সবাই একটু কষ্ট করে লাইক এন্ড সাবস্ক্রাইবটা করে দিন। চলেন কয়েকটা আইডি দেখি, কারোর আইডি, ইউজার আইডি দেন। ইউজার নেম দিতে পারেন ভাই, দেখি চলেন আইডি। চলেন, অনেকদিন ধরে ভাই ডিভিশন টিভিশন খেলা হয় না, চলেন কয়েকটা ডিভিশন ম্যাচ খেলি। খালি ভার্সেস খেলতে খেলতে অবস্থা খারাপ, ডিভিশন খেলার সময়ই পাই না। কি রে ভাই, এতক্ষণ লাগে কেন?
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this team can do themselves a real favour by getting the best out of this player, Kudos. He's such a powerful and intelligent runner, but I wouldn't say he's a great crosser of the ball. For me, he needs to be in a more central role where he can make use of his strength, agility, dynamism, and all of that space around him.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he takes a shot! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Nuno Mendes. Can he get on the end of this? Owen. Now it's Ericsson. First quarter of an hour gone. Spreads it out wide. Costa Curta spots it and intercepts. Van Dijk gets it away. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Arda Güler. Cannavaro defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Xavi Alonso, still goalless. That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Mbappe, and he's Mbappe! That was superb goalkeeping.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Sporting have the chance to go the other way. And tries a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. Keeper has taken decisive action. Sporting are looking to go forward now. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile.
Shoots! Xavi Alonso. Well, anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. And reclaimed it in a trice. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Neymar. Great skill, that's nice. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he skips past his man, and he's managed to get free. And it's half-time here. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Substitutions taking place.
And the action is back underway.
Bangladesh clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
De Bruyne can see things others simply cannot. And this is Owen. It's a threatening ball. Chance for a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Sporting were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Nuno Mendes, and it's Fernando Torres. Gets a good foot in there. That's a sharp pass. Well read, nice interception. And here's Torres. That is good strength. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Shifted upfield, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, that is a nice touch. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Ericsson. De Bruyne tries to pass it through. Xavi Alonso. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Looking for options for movement. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Now it's Mbappe. And it's Messi. Can he get it through? Mudryk.
That was lovely, that.
Quick look, then plays it in. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And he's chosen to go back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Messi. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim? Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but This team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Not the most convincing of passes. Plays a sharp little ball here. And it's Ericsson.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costacurta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the... And the finish! That is delicious! About as smooth as it gets. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
A 1-0 lead established.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And we have our very first corner. And that should get the job done. Costacurta at a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Ericsson, very much a man of this moment. Oh, that's a key interception. Beckham.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
Plenty to aim at here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Spread neatly. Mbappe receives it in a wide position. Mbappe absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Chance! And he nearly went all the way.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now. Bangladesh really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Owen looking understandably energised after his goal. Now it's Mbappe. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Now it's Mbappe. Owen.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Hakimi. And it's Cannavaro. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I think, on the whole, the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Leading 1-0 at the break. There's the start of the second half. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. RiYAD is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. RiYAD. Now that looks a decent ball. This looks promising. Mbappe! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Oh, there's a probing ball. RiYAD. Great vision. Shoots! Team still separated by the game's only goal. Now it's Owen. Good ball over the top. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
RiYAD. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And it's Azar. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they've settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Oh, it's come loose.
Galatasaray really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Just the goalkeeper to beat. Oh, great keeping. Snaffled out the danger.
He stood his ground brilliantly until he actually needed to act, and everything he did there was spot on. Bangladesh surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And here's Batistuta. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Passing nice and neat. Is there any support? Shapes to shoot! They've scored! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! What are you thinking about the goal?
Yeah, and anything that's hit low with real pace like that makes it so much harder for the keeper, and he was never going to get to that.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether...
It's Alonso! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Xabi Alonso clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
Costa Curta gathers from the goal kick. 2 minutes to be added on. And here's Mbappe. Crunching tackle. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And that's it. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
কেমিয়া ইমরান ভাই এতক্ষণ কই ছিলেন?
So that's got things underway. And the history of this fixture tells us always to expect the unexpected. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike shapes to shoot!
বাপরে শুরুতেই গোল দিতে।
Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That's really well played. It's just the type of
Oh,
run you
kiset
need.
tournament.
Off the
Kota
shoulder
point
of the
paile.
last defender. Stay onside.
আগে দিছিলাম পাস, বল আজকে লেট করতেছে
Looking
পাস
for options for movement. Haaland!
হ্যাঁ
And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
স্লো স্লো পাস
Haaland is
করতেছে।
offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner.
ও 20 টাকার এনটিভি দেইকেন টাকা ঢুকানি মাইরা দে।
Cleared away. Big chance! De Bruyne gets it away. And it's dealt with by the outrushing keeper. Hazard. Challenged just a bit on the
ভাই
firm
দাসা মাইরা
side.
ফালাই দিল।
Oh, that's a key interception. Quarter of an hour played.
ভাই আজকে পাস এইরকম করে কেন ঢিলা?
Tries to pass it through. Oh, what?
Goal
There's
day,
the
Ferguson.
shot! Goal! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Now this could... And the shot! And yes, it's there!
আমার টাইম
And
লাগা
once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you
Sure,
never
play
would have
emoji
guessed it.
দেখাইছিল,
Their reaction
yeah.
has been emphatic.
অ্যানিমেশন দেখাইছিল, আমি দেখাইতে মনে নাই।
We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Well read, nice interception. Tries to play it through. He can get that clear. And now they can clear their lines. And he's intervened well there. He's under a lot of pressure there. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Chance! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack
এই
at
ম্যাচ
it.
পরে ম্যাচ গেম কাইটা ঢুকতেই গেম মানে অনেক স্লো চলতেছে।
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
দাঁড়ান আর একটা গোল দিলে দেখাম।
Oh, he's taken it. And it's Hakimi.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Hakimi.
আরে মিডল দিয়া।
Well, there's your
Yeah.
danger man, a title that is entirely justified. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
ভালো প্রতিটা ম্যাচ ড্র হইতাছে
Any strong
গোল
opinions
দিয়ালে
on the
লাস্ট
first
টাইমে গোল
half?
খাওয়া যায়
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Baldur.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. And we are back on the way. He's gone for goal! Mateus. Marquez calmly anticipates. Hakimi spots it and intercepts. Now it's Beckham.
বাল পাঁচটাও জায়গা মতো দিতে পারতেছি না যাইতেছে না
RiYAD cuts out the pass. Mbappe under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
60 minutes played. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. No, that's been intercepted. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Eriksson wins the duel this time. And here's Haaland.
সব জায়গায় বসে আছে
Now it's Owen. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Mbappe. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
টাচ দিবার আগেই চলে
Simply
গেছে
brilliant
বলটা ক্লিয়ার
defending.
করে
They were
দিছে
outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Number 8. Coming on the field is number 14, De Bruyne. Substitutions taking place.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. RiYAD is always looking to break lines. Oh, he's found support out wide. That's a simple one for the keeper.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
RiYAD did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Goes for a shot! And he gets rid in a hurry.
Easy goal, easy.
Stood up well to him there. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Substitution on the field.
দিতে যায় উল্টা খায়া গেছি গো খায়া গেছিলাম
Number 7, Fiore. Coming on the field, number 11, Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 20.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to...
Haaland! Blocks! That's really good defending. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Defending of the desperate variety. And
পুরো
that's
এটাও
that.
তিনটা খেললাম তিনটা
A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Mbappe voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result. Both sides showed the right qualities to try and win it, and, you know, ultimately ended up cancelling each other out, at least result-wise. I think any other outcome, I don't think would have been fair.
ভালো গোল টোল দিয়েও ম্যাচ জিততে পারতেছি না। আগের বার দুই গোলে আগায়া পরের বার আবার 2 গোল খাইয়া গেলাম। এখন 2 ম্যাচে 2টাই জিততে হইব, এটা কোনো কথা? এখনই ভার্সেস খেলবেন? তাহলে ঢুকে পড়েন। তাফসির রহমান ভাই, হ্যাঁ হবে, অবশ্যই হবে। লাইকটা করে দিয়েন প্লিজ। আর যারা যারা এখন স্ট্রিমে লাইক এন্ড সাবস্ক্রাইব করে নেই, দয়া করে লাইক এন্ড সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন সবাই।
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Well, Jim, Tony Adams, of course, is the absolute colossus in defence, isn't he?
Absolutely, and we all know about his defensive prowess and his leadership, but I think a lot of people overlook his versatility and his adaptability.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's the way he's developed a more expansive front-footed game over the years. That's highly impressive.
Hulk! Off the post!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Eriksson. Aimed beyond the defence. And the shot! It's in! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Brazil finding themselves up. He's having a hit!
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get...
Chance for a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Oh, what a climb! And now they can spring out of defence. And no, that was never going to make it. Plays the return pass. Brazil upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Hulk. Van Dijk does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Mbappe. Costa Curta. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick.
किसी रिएक्शन में
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And it's Beckham.
আরে বেকহামের শুরুর প্রতি আমার অনেকগুলো
Here's
পাস
a
মারা
player
হয়ে
who
গেছে
has defined a generation. Takes a shot! Another save.
Beckham really can't believe it. Foiled by the keeper again. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And that has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Pass somewhat off target. Mbappe. Good. De Bruyne! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Hulk. Neymar. Nicely weighted ball. Neymar. He's found a way through. It's Neymar! And the keeper has reacted. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Bangladesh definitely want...
Hulk! That is some save from Khan! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, what has happened here? Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And this is Hulk. And Hulk! He's done very well to get to that.
Hulk is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 2 then. And he gets rid in a hurry. Saliba. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Mbappe. Solid defending, refused to be outmuscled. Beckham. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Oh, that's well spotted. Beckham. Neymar, good driving run. And here's Hulk. Ball played for Owen.
Brazil really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Fires it in low. Adams gets rid without sophistication. Passes short and sharp. De Bruyne. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And it's Hakimi. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, played through for the wide man. Now there's a fine ball. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Owen, number 19, Hakimi. Coming on the field, number 21,
De Bruyne.
Perez. Number 23,
And it's Neymar. Looking to play him in. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Now it's Alvarez. Now it's De Bruyne. Can he get onto this?
That's just playing it safe and simple. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
there will be 1 minute.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Akanji wins the duel this time. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And that's gone loose. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick.
Substitution on the field, number 13,
I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick.
Beckham.
Well, this is his opportunity to make the stage his own here.
Xabi Alonso.
Beckham! It's anyone's ball now. Fired deep towards the back post. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. De Bruyne claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
I'd like to ask you all to kindly stay seated.
So what do you take away from it all? Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter.
The
excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Marking.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air.
Bye.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Now, can they get him away? Shot, surely! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defense like that.
And we have our very first corner.
Bye.
It's a mighty effort! Harmlessly behind. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
I think the opposition... Decent chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. Cleared without hesitation. Brazil have the chance to go the other way. He's got away. And this is Hulk. Eriksson. Still goalless at the moment. Nedved. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Now it's Owen.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He's tried one! Eriksson. Now it's Owen.
This is the time you need that pace.
Adams makes the interception. Pickford sends that a long way. Brazil have it back and can go again. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And the pass is intercepted. Can he get on the end of this? Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Now that's well seen too. Mbappe. Now it's Nedved. Oh, that's fabulous. He's having a go. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he's been caught on it here. This looks promising. Shoots! This time, surely! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And it's half-time here. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So there was the first half.
Well, both sides have been full of effort, industry, endeavour, and the stats are screaming good things at us. So it's been a very good watch for the neutrals so far, and I'm really looking forward to what's to come in the second half. This could get unpredictable.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we are back underway.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Adams kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Substitution on the field. Number 11.
Corner number 2 then.
Coming on the field is number 21, Alvarez.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Alvarez. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. That's tidy. He's gone for goal! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Robson. Eriksson does really well to win the ball there. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled. Brazil are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Eriksson. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Into the last quarter of an hour. Beckham. And that has found him in acres of space. De Bruyne!
Bye.
He's beaten the keep. It's in! Finally, the deadlock is broken.
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you ought to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Now it's Alvarez. And it's Hakimi. He came in hard, very hard. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Nedved has been caught there.
Bye.
It's a foul.
Şöyle faul diye de. Şöyle faul diye de.
Substitution on the field.
আমি কথা না বললে শুনবেন কেমনে নিয়ে? আমি তো কথা বলতেছিলাম।
Coming on the field is number
And this is
সাউন্ড
Nedved.
বাড়াইলে নয়েজ চলে যায় ভাই বুঝছেন?
Nedved!
ভাই বাচ্চি রে।
And it's hit the woodwork and out.
অল্পের লেগে বাচ্চি ভাইয়া।
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Bangladesh definitely came out on top simply because they were allowed to march through the middle. Something they jumped onto nice and early and continuously exploited.
আর কেউ আসেননি ভাই চলে আসেন আমি গেমটা কাইটে ঢুকি। আমি মানিজ্জত দেখি, আমি নিজে আর হারি আর আমার মানিজ্জত লাগে না। আপনারা কে চিনে? চিনে তো আমারে। কয়দিন কয়টা ম্যাচ হারার পরে কয় বালের প্লেয়ার। হারতে হারতে অভ্যাস হয়ে গেছে এখন। এই যে দেখেন ই পয়েন্টের মেয়াদ 62 দিন আছে, 1500 কয়েনের 92 দিন আছে, 3504 123 দিন, 153 দিন, 184 দিন। কটা বক্সে স্পিন মারছিলাম নি? হ মারছিলাম। ওকে চলেন ভাই, যারা যারা এখনো লাইক করেন নাই প্লিজ দয়া করে লাইকটা করে দিন।
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already we're underway here. Well read, nice interception. De Bruyne is sporting a guilty look after that.
ভাই
Well,
এখন
that's
কি
down
দরকার ছিল
to a
ফাউলটা
simple
ভাই?
miscalculation. No
No.
more, no less.
Van Dijk gets his final
কি
warning.
দরকার ছিল রে ভাই?
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of credible shooting range. Wonderful save by Vitor
ভাই এটা
Bayer.
কেমনে কি করলো ভাই?
And we have our very first corner. Rudiger with the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Back into the middle. De Bruyne.
Peter,
He's having a go.
ভাই এটা কেমনে কি?
Oh, belter! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So, a breakthrough already. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. Now that's well seen too. Bayer getting this one clear. De Bruyne can see things others simply cannot. That's really well cleared. And he's gone looking for safety. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Mbappe. Tries to play it through. Now it's De Bruyne. Beckham. Beckham unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Mbappe. And the finish! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, the pass was sublime. The finish was substandard. What a disappointment.
And it's Mendes. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Passes short and sharp. That's tidy. RiYAD did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Costa Curta. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now it's Mbappe. Stojkovic. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Been indicated.
Now it's Raul. Oh, there's a probing ball. And there's the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Bangladesh can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Can he finish? And again! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. Hakimi tries to clear. Mbappe gets it away. And there's the shot! Lacking in accuracy.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
RiYAD calmly anticipates. Now that looks a decent ball. Thinks about the shot. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And this is Ronaldo. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's dealt with by the outrushing keeper. And he was quick to react. Nicely aimed pass. Well, that is one way to stop him.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And it's Ericsson. Ericsson! Good try, very good try, in fact.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Owen. Coming on the field is number 21, Alvarez.
It's a searching pass. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Khan gets it away. Ericsson, a player who needs no introduction. Great vision. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. They get a throw in. Ericsson, that's a sharp pass. De Bruyne.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Alvarez. Shot, there's the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
কি মিস দিছি রে ভাই
Number 13, Ericsson.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Nuno Mendes. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And claimed it back swiftly.
ভাই এটা কি মাইরা মুড়ে মারা মুড়া লাগাই দিছে ভাই
Khan clears. And that is that. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a
ইমরান ভাই কে আছেন? ইমরান ভাই চলে আসেন। ওয়ালাইকুম সালাম রোহান ভাই, কেমন আছেন? কি অবস্থা আপনার? আমি এই তো ভাই আলহামদুলিল্লাহ ভালো আছি। এটা কে আসলো ভাই? আরে সমস্যা নাই। আরে রোহান ভাই চলে আসেন তো, মানে চিনি না কে। রোহান ভাই ঢুকেন ফাস্ট, পরে অন্য কেউ ঢুকে যাবো। ভাই ইমরান ভাই খেললে আসতে পারেন। লোডিং, আপনার লোডিনই লোডিনই মারক। তো গেমের ভিতরে মিশা কথা কোন কি? কই থেকে আসে এগুলা? ওই রান্নাঘরের কুত্তার বাচ্চা আবার চলে আইছে।
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. So Javier Zanetti, Jim, very little doubt, I suppose, that he will have a huge influence on the outcome today.
Absolutely, Peter. One of his teammates even said he was better than all of us put together, which goes to show how complete a player he actually is. When it comes to balancing attack and defence, I'm not sure there's ever been anyone better.
আরে আপনাকে তো আর লাইনে দেখায় নাই বুঝছেন, আরো দুইজন ঢুইকা গেছে ভাই, এখন রিমুভ দিতে পারতেছি না উড়া দুরা, বুঝছেন। পরের ম্যাচে আসেন ভাই রোহান ভাই,
Rui
ওয়েট
Costa,
করবো পরের ম্যাচে।
RiYAD, and he plays one through. Pele! Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to
রোহান
do.
ভাই ওয়েট করেন প্লিজ, পরের ম্যাচে ইয়ে করতেছি।
So the most significant moment of the game. That is some save from Khan. And that's a poor pen.
I never really looked comfortable over that. I had a feeling this might happen.
And we have our very first corner. Mateus plays it short. Platini!
আয় আয়
Goal! Borussia Dortmund!
প্লাটিনি কিন্তু মারাত্মক।
And it's Borussia Dortmund who take the lead. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
বাপরে মারাত্মক স্কোর। প্লাটিনির যে ব্রিজ কালার শট রে ভাই, এখন বর্তমানে 1 নম্বরে। সেরা ব্রিজ কালার মারে প্লাটিনি দিয়া। একটু সিএফ গুলাকে ধরা অসম্ভব ভাই। মিডফিল্ডও ভালো।
So the game's first significant moment,
By
and it's come
Platini দিয়ে
earlier
12
than
shot
perhaps
করলেই
we
goal।
anticipated. Looking to play him in, and he's in on goal.
এই যে দেখেন
He
এমবাপেকে
shapes
ধরা
the
যাচ্ছে না।
shoots.
ভাই কি কাট বানাইছে।
Borussia Dortmund are sitting pretty,
আমি আমাদেরকে
2-0
উচিত
up.
আমাদের দিকে
Well,
নজর
that's
দেওয়া ভাই।
really winded the opposition.
My
You can
game
see
side
their
of the
manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
টাকার
Ericsson.
কিনা শিপসিংক দেখছেন কিভাবে
And it's
রান
Beckham.
করে।
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage.
Arsenal
There's
ball
plenty
control
of time
করতে
left
পারলে
yet.
3 লাখ।
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, super ball. Costa Curta. De Bruyne. Goes looking wide. Nicely aimed pass. Platini. He won't be happy with that one. Ericsson. Mbappe. RiYAD gets a foot in here. And no, that was never going to make it. Ericsson. And Hakimi. Beckham. Mbappe. He gets big. He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
রুয়ান ভাই বুঝছেন কোন আমি আমাদের মনে করেন যে যারা আমরা P2P প্লেয়ার আছি না F2P প্লেয়ার আছি
Beckham.
আমাদের দিকে একটু লক্ষ্য করা উচিত
And it's De Bruyne.
আরে ওর বাপের দিকে চায় খালি বিজনেস মাদের
Now that looks a decent ball.
গেমটা গোয়া মাইরা দিছে
Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? And that has been cut short. Driving forward. Quality ball. Oh no, what has happened here? Goes down, but nothing given. RiYAD. To Ericsson.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Chance for a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Pele is offering a wry smile.
And the half-time whistle goes. How would you review the first half?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here. But there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
And we're underway again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Ericsson. And here's Mbappe. That's a lovely pass.
ঘুরের বাচ্চা যখন যাইবার দরকার নাই তখন চলে
Mbappe.
যায়
Cannavaro. And it's Hakimi. Picked out brilliantly.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. De Bruyne. De Bruyne. He's in a great position here.
Might want to be careful there.
He's in space and looking for options. Borussia Dortmund
একটা বার শট মারতে পারলাম না ভাই দেখেন শট মারতে
Well,
মারতে
I
পা থেকে
thought
বল
they
নিয়ে
got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
কয়বার নিলাম বল শট মারতে পারি না
Some really good ball movement. Oh, that's well spotted. Zanetti. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Robertson. And it's with the keeper. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh no, this does not look good. Shot a goal! Off the post. De Bruyne. Mbappe.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he's intervened well there. De Bruyne. And the counter is on. And that is a little undercooked. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And here's real chance! And that's a real chance missed.
It's a good effort, and you can sense that they're upping the gears. This needs to be sustained now.
বল ফিনিশিং দিতে পারতেছ না
Great vision.
ঠিকই নেই বল
Van Dijk. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty.
ওকে ঢুকেন ভাই
Number 11,
To increase the lead.
number 13,
মিডল দিয়ে মারবে মেবি
coming on the field, number 21, Alvarez, number 10, Wilshere.
Oh,
It's a live
no,
death,
he's
I would
managed
say.
to miss it.
A cool head was needed there, and we got anything but.
And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Well, Xabi Alonso is the standout. He'll be looking to set the tempo and dictate the play here, Peter.
He is so integral to this team, isn't he?
Yeah, he has the quarterback influence on a team so that as soon as he gets on the ball, everyone starts making runs. He's a master passer and a beautiful manipulator of the ball.
And here's De Bruyne. And Eriksen! He can get that clear. Cannavaro. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Beckham. Looking tight. Mbappe! And again the keeper stands strong.
Mbappe really must be thinking what more he could have done there. It's another inspired save.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. And he's been shifted off it. Now it's Forlan. Batistuta. Batistuta was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Owen, and that's been intercepted. Cannavaro simply refused to be outdone there. Oh, can he get onto this? Hakimi gets over and intercepts. De Bruyne. Eriksen, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Mbappe. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Little pass back, played out wide. And it's Beckham. That's rather hopeful. Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
No, he's just misjudged that one. De Bruyne. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. And it's Cannavaro. And that pass just didn't quite work. Hakimi. Beckham. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Played back towards his own goal. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Solid, very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. Here we go again.
Bangladesh are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Hakimi tries making a foray down the right. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Beckham. RiYAD. That's Cannavaro. Opts for safety. Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. A probing pass. Oh, super fun. And Batistuta!
But
Certainly not the easiest of chances, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he's visibly not happy with that. That says a lot about his professionalism. Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Bellingham. Now it's Batistuta. Looking for options for movement. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. De Bruyne. Van Dijk. Costa Curta. And the return pass. Van Dijk. And it's De Bruyne. And it's Beckham. And it's made its way to him. And here's Owen. Oh, that was vital. Cleared away. Quality ball. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Batistuta.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Well, that pass isn't the best. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Now it's Batistuta. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Cannavaro demonstrating his defensive quality there.
There will be
De
1 minute
Bruyne.
added time.
To Beckham. Hakimi.
Hırı.
And that's that. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. And the outcome inevitable.
ভাই দুইটা লাইক লাগে প্লিজ কেউ কইরা দিও
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Bangladesh certainly had some good
But
moments,
RiYAD
Peter.
is a
There were
good-
plenty of encouraging spells that more...
কেন এত ও সকালে তো আপনি আবার কাজে যাইতে হবে ওকে রোহান ভাই একটা ম্যাচ দাঁড়ান খেলি পরের ম্যাচ আবার খেলি চলে আসেন ইমরান ভাই চালু চালু আসেন এটা আবার খেয়ে রে ভাই টাইনি এক্সট্রিম দূর আগে সাবস্ক্রাইব মারো পরে আসো ফার্স্ট অফ অল সাবস্ক্রাইব নাও ব্রাদার দেন কামিং মাই রুম আরে ফিনিশিং বাজে আমার ফিনিশিং দিতে পারতেছি না ভালো সিএফ থাকলে হয়ে যাইতো রোহান ভাই কি রাগে চলে গেছেন নাকি কিসের রিভেঞ্জ আরে মিয়া আমার বুঝছেন মাসে এক মাসের মধ্যে মনে কর এক মাস গেম খারাপ যায় 10 দিন ভালো যায় এরকম অবস্থা লয়ালন পরে যখন আমার টাইম হইব তখন আর পারতেন না এটা প্রমিত ভাইও জানে ভালো করে এখনই সময়
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
কি রে ভাই দুইটা দিবেন দুইটা লাইক লাগে প্লিজ কেউ করে দিন 30% মোবাইল বন্ধ এই আইফোনটা বিক্রি করে দেন ভাই ও আপনার মোবাইল শেষ আপনি এটা চালু বিক্রি করেন কইরা আরেকটা লয়ালম কি রে ভাই, আমারও তো ঢুকি না। এই জয় ভাই, কি অবস্থা, কেমন আছেন? ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম। আইফোন আমি কিনে কি করুম, আমি গরিব মানুষ। জয় ভাই, কি কেমন আছেন, কি অবস্থা আপনার? রমাই, আমি তো ভাই আলহামদুলিল্লাহ ভালো আছি, আল্লাহ ভালো রাখছে অনেক। আচ্ছা ভাই, পিছনের ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ডটা কি চৌকে ধরে? এটা কি রিমুভ করে দিমু? ইমরান ভাই, জয় ভাই, NX9। আমার সাউন্ড কম আসে? এবার ঠিক আছে না, দেখেন তো। বলতেছি পিছনের যে ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ডটা আছে ওইটা কি আমি চেঞ্জ করে নিব নাকি, নাকি ঠিক আছে? কই মিয়া, আমি তো দেখি ঠিকঠাকই আছে। আপনি কোন যে সাউন্ড কম আসে? ওটা যদি চৌকে ধরে তাহলে ভাই এটা কে রে, ক্রস মারতে মারতে করে কইরা দিবে। যদি চৌকে ধরে তাইলে মনে করেন যে রিমুভ করে দিই। ও ভাই, 20টা লাইক হয়ে গেছে। ধন্যবাদ ভাই। ওকে, তাহলে কালকে কাইটা দিবি রে
Hello
ভাই।
and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The
স্প্যামার আসছে,
skies are clear,
স্প্যামার,
the
ক্রস
noise
স্প্যাম।
is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury,
আরে
and
চার্জে
providing
লাগানো ভাই,
analysis
তারপরে
and
চার্জ কমে
expert
যাইতেছে।
opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a
এখন
privilege
ল্যাগ
to be
মারবে,
here. It
6%
really is.
নেমেছে চার্জ।
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Here's a chance! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the
রুহান ভাই,
range.
বলেন বলেন। খালি ফিনিশিং করতে পারি না রে রুহান ভাই রে।
Not the most accurate pass.
না, এই ম্যাচ খেলা
Shifted
যাবে,
it to the flank. Oh, no joy this time.
এই ম্যাচ খেলা যাবে না।
And smartly reclaimed.
ভাই চার্জ দেখি ঝড়ের গতিতে নামতেছে, বুঝলাম না। যে জায়গায় চার্জ উঠবো আরো বেশি, ওই জায়গায় আর চার্জ নাই আছে। আরে রুহান ভাই, যে ল্যাগ মারতেছে বুঝছেন, এমনিতে আমার ফোন ভালো না, তার উপরে চার্জ কমে গেছে। একটু দাঁড়ান প্লিজ। হে সাকিব ভাই, কি অবস্থা, কেমন আছেন আপনি? Redmi 8, আমার তো ফোনের বয়স ভাই 5 ইয়ার্স। মনে করেন যে এমনি যদি চার্জে না লাগে গেম খেলে, তাহলে মনে করেন যে 2টা ম্যাচ খেলা যায়, 2-3টা ম্যাচ খেলা যায় 100% চার্জ দিয়া। আর চার্জের পিন হয়ে গেছে ঢিলা বুঝছেন, অটোমেটিক চার্জের কেবল ফোন থেকে খুলে যায়, অটোমেটিক। এর মধ্যে এই ফোনে লাইভ করতেছি, বুঝতেছেন কি কষ্টে খেলতে হয়। চার্জ উঠার কোনো নামই নিতেছে না, পাশে বসে আছে। এই প্যাকটা আমি খেয়াল করি নাই রে ভাই। কাশ্মীরও কত দিয়ে যায় এটা? এনকোরমেন্ট আছে। কয়েন জমা, এই প্যাক নিমু না, কয়েন আছে আমার দ্বারা 3000, 3320 কয়েন আছে। পাগলে কামড়ায়নি আমি, এই প্যাক নিমু। ওডিগার্ড এটা কিসের দিছে? অর্কেস্ট্রা নি ওডিগার্ড। হ্যাঁ অর্কেস্ট্রাটি। আমাকে কি পাগলে কামড়ায় রে ভাই? ভাই এই জাবি আলোনসোটা নেওয়া উচিত। তো অনেক দিন আছে, আমি নিব এটাকে। ভাই যারা যারা এখনো লাইক এন্ড সাবস্ক্রাইবটা করেন নাই, প্লিজ লাইক এন্ড সাবস্ক্রাইবটা করে দেন ভাই। আর মনে হয় থাকতে পারবো না, বুঝছেন। চার্জ উপরের দিকে উঠার বদলে নামতেছে, চার্জে দিয়েই নেমে যাইতেছে। ন্যাশনাল টিমে আসবে ভাই গ্রিজম্যানের প্যাকের মতো সামনে ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ। আর মনে করেন যে আরো 1 মাস 1.5 মাস পর থেকে আসা শুরু হবে। আচ্ছা তাহলে রুহান ভাই ফোনটা অফ হয়ে যাবে, বুঝছেন। আপনাদের কাছে বিদায় নিলাম, ভালো থাকেন। আর কালকে দেখা হবে ভাই ইনশাল্লাহ। 2% নাই মাইছে, চার্জে লাগানো তারপরেও। আর রুহান ভাই পারলে আমার ফেসবুকে মেসেজ দিয়েন, ওইখানে কোনো সমস্যা হলে কথা বলবো না। সবাই ফেসবুকে নক দিতে পারেন। ভাই ভালো থাকেন, জয় ভাই, আল্লাহ হাফেজ।